What's up, guys? Swift here, and we have ourselves a quarterback. I'm not wasting any time today. We're going to get right into talking about how Caleb Williams looked. First drive starts out with a designed rollout and a quick pass to Keenan Allen that went right through his hands. Not something you see very often from the veteran receiver. Play number two. Another rollout to the opposite direction that looked like a designed screen to Gerald Everett, but Caleb threw it behind him. Back-to-back incompletions to start the game. And then on third down, it was a miscommunication and a third straight incompletion to start the game. It looked like Odunze went deep, and Caleb expected him to cut to the sideline. Second drive started out with a handoff to Khalil Herbert for 2 yards. And then on 2nd and 8, another pitch play to Khalil Herbert, who just couldn't get around the corner, setting up at 3rd and 5. On third down, Caleb would take a 3-step drop, step up quickly into the pocket, and fire a completion to Gerald Everett, but he was pushed back short of the first down, setting up a 4th and 1. Torrey Taylor would punt. Drive 3 would start at our own 22-yard line. Caleb Williams would fire a strike to Cole Kmet on first down for an 8-yard gain. Then on second down, a handoff to Khalil Herbert, who went absolutely nowhere. So then we have a 3rd and 2. Caleb would throw a quick slant to DJ Moore, hit him in the hands, but it was broken up by rookie cornerback Josh Newton. I really like Josh Newton's tape out of TCU. A potential steal for the Bengals in the 5th round. He might not be a starter yet, but I think he will be soon. He made a great play on a pass that Caleb put right on the money. He had great coverage on DJ Moore. So 3 straight 3-and-outs for the offense to start the game. The starters would come back onto the field for a 4th drive into the 2nd quarter. The drive would start out with the reverse pitch to Rome Odunze, who took it 16 yards for a big first down. And then next play, 1st and 10, it was a play action pass. Caleb would step up in the pocket, avoid a rush, and throw a bomb to Tyler Scott that went right through his hands. But Scott would get a pass interference call from corner Josh Newton, placing the ball at the 15-yard line. I didn't see any pass interference. They might have got their feet tangled up, but Scott may have gotten a good flag. But either way, Caleb put that ball on the money, and Scott should have came down with it. I don't like to see it going right through his hands. But then we had a false start, followed by Nate Davis getting beat badly by Bengals rookie Chris Jenkins. Caleb would get sacked. He had nowhere to go. This would be followed by a screen to fullback Kari Blasingame, and then a quick pass to Gerald Everett on 3rd and long. Cairo Santos would hit the field goal, putting us up 3-0. But the coaches would keep Caleb Williams in for a 5th drive that would start out with a handoff to Khalil Herbert, who didn't get much, but then Caleb would complete a first down with a pass to Nasimba Webster. That was the beginning of the drive. After the first down completion to Webster, Khalil Herbert would get a cutback run for 21 yards, a big gain. He got around the edge for 21 yards, taking us close to midfield. Back-to-back first downs, and the offense was starting to get in a rhythm. And then a first down pass. Caleb was under immediate pressure, but he avoided the rush, stepped up, and threw an off-platform jump pass that fell incomplete for Gerald Everett, just missing him. But then on 2nd down, Caleb again under pressure. He's going to spin out of it, run to his left, and throw a 45-yard bomb to Rome Odunze. He dropped right into the bucket, 45 yards downfield, an absolutely gorgeous pass, just ridiculous, setting the Bears up with 1st and goal from the Bengals' 7-yard line. First down, he would roll out, scramble, stop, fake, and then juke a guy buying extra time before then finding Rome Odunze in the back of the end zone for what looked like a beautiful toe drag swag touchdown. It was a gorgeous pass from Caleb after he bought extra time for Rome to get wide open, but a rookie mistake from Rome Odunze. He got lost in the back of the end zone, and he toe drag swagged outside of the end zone line. He just misread the markings. He won't let that happen again. Trust me. Glad he got that out of the way in the preseason. But don't worry, Caleb made magic happen on the very next play. spinning out of pressure, looking into the end zone before taking it himself for the touchdown, being escorted by none other than Tevin Jenkins for his first time crossing the end zone, his first touchdown in the preseason. Touchdown Bears, touchdown Caleb Williams, a 10-0 lead with under 2 minutes to go. What a way to finish the day for our number one pick, and a big drive for Rome Odunze. It was an 8-play, 90-yard drive that looked like an absolute masterpiece of preseason work to take a 10-0 lead and end the day for our rookie quarterback. Shane Waldron really dialed things up on that drive after being very vanilla to open the game. He still didn't do anything crazy or unique, but he actually called some shots down the field and ran a reverse. A beautiful drive that was 8 plays, 90 yards, and only took 3 minutes and 19 seconds of time off the clock. I thought Caleb operated this offense efficiently, and even though his numbers didn't really show it, I thought he played incredibly well. Even before the touchdown drive, most people were probably disappointed with his performance on the day, but I thought he was in control of the offense, he was cool under pressure, and he again looked like the real deal. His ability to navigate in the pocket, shuffle his feet, and spin out of pressure, all while keeping his eyes downfield, plus the awareness of when to run and when to pass. I know it's just preseason, but guys, we have ourselves a superstar in the making at quarterback. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you know, you know. When quarterbacks, it's always about having that something special, and you can't tell until they get in the NFL if they have it. I know it's just preseason, but Justin Fields didn't look like that. Mitch Trubisky didn't look like that. Even Jay Cutler didn't look like that. I don't care if you were a fan of Fields or Trubisky. If you are a Bears fan, you need to get behind this dude. He's our future, and he's must-see TV every single time he touches the ball. His awareness in the pocket, arm talent, athleticism, and football intelligence are all off the charts. Not only that, but the Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze connection is just special. Odunze had one catch for 45 yards, but he should have had 2 for 52 and a touchdown. And on top of that, he had a 16-yard run on the reverse. He's a big play threat every time he touches the ball, and he's surrounded by NFL veterans on offense. He's going to be wide open a lot, just like he got wide open on that play in the back of the end zone. He's a big play threat every time he touches the ball, and the connection between Caleb and Odunze will only get better. I still cannot believe we got Rome Odunze. I know it's preseason, and I'm going to try to remain calm here, but I've been saying things were different all year, but I don't know if we've ever seen anything close to this, even in the preseason. It's not a stat line or a number, it's a feeling. Maybe it's not all Caleb Williams. Maybe it is. But Shane Waldron's play calling, Rome Odunze, and the weapons on this offense and the offensive line actually looked pretty good. They definitely were not flawless by any means, but I saw a lot of very clean pockets. But to go with that, Caleb Williams showed an incredible ability to avoid the pressures that did get through, either shuffling, sidestepping, or spinning away from pressures to keep plays alive. His awareness in the pocket is just awesome, and it's something we really haven't seen from a Bears quarterback in my time. Maybe before my time, but I've been waiting for something like this my entire lifetime. I thought Justin Fields could do it. I thought he could develop into that, but Caleb already has it the first time he steps on the field. There are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be growing pains. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, but I really believe he is absolutely going to be the best quarterback we've ever seen play, definitely in my lifetime, but most likely in anyone's lifetime as far as Bears fans. But moving on, before we go too crazy, let's talk about the defense. Montez Sweat, Jervon Dexter, Andrew Billings, and DeMarcus Walker was our starting defensive line. We had TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds at linebacker, Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson, Kyler Gordon at nickel, with Kevin Byard and Elijah Hicks at safety. It was awesome to see Kyler Gordon and Tyreek Stevenson back. Kyler almost intercepted a pass on the first drive. Montez Sweat would have back-to-back pressures, and then DeMarcus Walker forced a false start, and then a big tackle by Jonathan Owens on 3rd and 10 would end the first drive. An interesting note, it was Josh Blackwell as our first team punt returner today. DeAndre Carter wasn't active. However, the third down pass rush unit, or as Eberflus likes to call it, the NASCAR package, was Montez Sweat, Jervon Dexter, with DeMarcus Walker moved inside, and it was Austin Booker coming in on third down ahead of Dominique Robinson. Spidey was back, though. On the second drive, Kyler Gordon would start it off by blowing up a short pass and then have a blindside blitz where he would get the sack. The quarterback, Woodside, did not even see him coming, and Kyler's huge sack would set up 3rd and 18. Spidey is back. After a false start would push him even further back, the Bengals would run a draw play for about 3 yards. DeMarcus Walker and Jervon Dexter would stop the play. On the third drive, Dominique Robinson would come in for Montez Sweat and get back-to-back pressures. Dominique Robinson and Austin Booker both got a lot of reps today. When they came in, it was Byron Coward and Zach Pickens at defensive tackle. I'll do a more in-depth look at the trenches when I get the all-22 film. Another couple plays that stood out here were Josh Blackwell would also come through with a backside blitz, hitting the quarterback. That caused the ball to go up in the air, and it was picked off by Amen Ogbongbemiga. And then later in the game, Terrell Smitty, would add a second interception before Tyson Bagent would come in the game and start lighting the Bengals up. He started out 5 for 6 with 2 straight touchdowns to Dante Pettis, putting the Bears up by 21 points in the third quarter. Dante Pettis, 2 touchdowns. But overall, this is probably one of the most exciting preseason games I've watched in a long time as a Bears fan. It's not about the win. It's not about any of the numbers. It's about how our franchise quarterback looked. Yes, it was against a second-team defense, but the Bengals do have a lot of talent on that second-string defense. Myles Murphy, Chris Jenkins, Josh Newton, Joseph Osai. There's a lot of players out there. I'm not going to name them all, but there's a lot of players out there the Bengals have. They have some talent on that defense. So this was nothing but encouraging for our offense. I need to know what you guys think after this. Yes, it was preseason, but things are different this time for the Chicago Bears. Please remember to hit that like button for me, guys. If you missed it, I was live with Greg Gabriel earlier. We talked for over an hour, and mostly we were talking about 53-man roster projections and some of the roster battles and questions from the chat. Check that video out if you guys missed it. I'll link it in the description below as well. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.